Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lewis Smith Lake. I'm Robbie Floyd, joined by Kay Donaldson. It's the kickoff to the 2019 Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats North Division. Now, it was supposed to kick off yesterday, but torrential downpours throughout the week. We had to postpone an event for only the second time in our history.
You know, we always hate to do that. Luckily, we were able to just push it one day, but severe thunderstorm warnings with tornadoes flying all around us yesterday. It was certainly the right call, but today is a whole new issue.
And it wasn't just yesterday as far as the rain's concerned. It's been pounding the state of Alabama. The water's been rising. Now we have a number we can really look at, and it's unbelievable.
You know, the last time we talked with Alabama Power, the lake has actually come up 18 feet in 13 days and expected to rise even more today.
Well, no question, with tornadic activity yesterday, heavy downpours, it was right to move it to today, but the water level, it is definitely changing. With more on that, let's send it to the guys out on the water.
Thanks, Robbie. Kenneth, here we are, Alabama Bass Trail North Division, stop number 1, beautiful Smith Lake. And believe it or not, the sun does shine in Alabama.
I've had a hard time believing it. At least today we got it.
It's been raining for 7 days. If you don't believe us, a week ago, prior to this event, the water level was like 496, 497.
Yes.
And we're currently at
515.1, I think is the last I saw.
515.1. So we're up 15 to 17 feet in a little less than a week. If you don't believe us, you can just look behind us. Dock's underwater. The boat ramp, which is usually pretty long, is underwater. It's ugly out here, guys, and it's only going to get worse. So what are you looking for guys to do today to capitalize on a bright bluebird day and finally some sun?
I think they'll run in the back of these creeks where this fresh water is rolling in.
Okay.
Should catch them pretty well. I expect a good sight to win.
I would imagine this lake's going to be pretty muddy. Is that going to affect anything at all?
Parts of it will be, but there's still be a lot of parts that'll be clear as well. It'll depend on how far up each creek or an area that you go into.
Okay. What are you looking to take the wind today?
I'm going to say 23 pounds.
23. Yes. I had 18.9 in my head, so I'm going to stick with that. We'll see how we do. So let's get on the water, see what we can find.
Sounds good.
So what's the game plan? Catch your limit of spots real quick and then go find something bigger, or are we just trying to catch 5?
Well, we've been catching them pretty good. Last week we had 15.5 pounds in a little wildcat out of the dam. And pretty much caught them on worms, you know, but they were hard spots. Today, with the lake doing what's done, you know, it's come up 15 feet since last Saturday. So.
Right.
But I'm gonna go largemouth fishing about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
You know, so the better spots seem like, for me, they live in this part of the lake, you know.
How was your practice?
It was spotty. It got worse every day as the water came up.
Okay.
We did pretty good on Thursday, a little worse on Friday, a little worse than that on Saturday. Right. The rising water just seemed to really scatter the fish.
Right. So we got here, we got these two guys that are fishing what used to be an island. You can see it on the map here, and we've not changed the offset for the water level because it's continuing to rise. You can see the island on the map. You can kind of see it here over the graph. And all of this that was probably shallow at one time, ain't that shallow no more. So kind of fishing these little high spots. Fish are moving up into this cover as well as up the bank. A lot more water spreads them out a lot more.
We've moved into the Crooked Creek area and quite a bit more color to the water back here. Very low visibility, which is not normal for Smith Lake. I've also noticed that the water temperature is 2.5 degrees warmer back here as well. Fish on in the back of the boat.
How many you got?
We got 4 over. Caught 9 fish. 5 been in the slot, 4 over. That's under. We'll take him right now.
Hooked up again.
That's what we want.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, official truck of the Alabama Bass Trail, and by TH Marine, improving your boat from transom to trolling motor. There's more to come.
Greg Hackney, 2014 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Aaron Martins, 2013 and 2015 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. What else do these guys have in common? Phoenix Boats. The last 3 Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles were won out of Phoenix Boats. Coincidence? We think not. Phoenix Boats. Our passion for fishing is obvious.
So our mission statement here at Bill Penny Motor Company is to enrich the lives of our employees and our customers and the communities we serve. And it really begins and ends with people. It started with that kind of philosophy with my granddad and went through my dad. Growing up around the business, I remember being just a kid washing cars and meeting these customers. Now I'm a grown adult and they get to buy vehicles from us and hopefully serve their next of kin for generations to come. For the whole story, visit us at BillPennyToyota.com, where people always come first.
What could 148,000 people possibly have in common? As different as each of the members of America's First are, they all like it when good things happen to them. Like when their savings earn a higher return than they can get with a bank, and when their loans and credit cards have lower rates. And they like taking care of business from wherever they are. Why not join us today? America's First Federal Credit Union.
You sons of fishes. Ain't enough fish on this lake for 2 clubs.
Really? Well, we see plenty of fish live with Panoptix.
Yep. Dang! We should get Panoptix. Or maybe we'll just take yours.
What's going on here? You boys have license?
Yes, sir.
Nope.
There he is.
Oh, I got him.
You've witnessed the action in the north, the thrill in the south. Now it's your turn. Time for you to be a part of the Alabama Bass Trail. $47,000 paid out at each event. And new this year, no entry fee championship with over $100,000 up for grabs. That includes a whopping $50,000 for the winner. Over $580,000 in cash and prizes in 2020. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and sign up now at AlabamaBassTrail.org. The Alabama Bass Trail Tournament Series, presented by Phoenix Boats.
High water is what's on everyone's mind here at the first stop of the Alabama Bass Trail's North Division at Lewis Smith Lake. Robbie Floyd back here with you. Postponed today due to severe weather on Saturday and a week's worth of rain prior to this event, our anglers are dealing with a lake much higher than anyone has seen in quite some time. Reports are that the lake has come up 13 feet in the past week, and it's not expected to stop. Rather, it's predicted to rise through the day today. How will this affect our anglers? Let's get back out there on the water with our team and see how they're catching them.
What I'm talking about right there.
It's a good fish. Anytime Smith Lake has a lot of influx of water real quick, you'll hear people talk about run-ins. This is exactly what they're talking about. It's where the fresh water comes just right in the back of the little pocket. And these fish will get right back in the very back of it. Hooked up again. That's a good fish.
We hadn't had nothing but bad luck this morning. Maybe y'all showing up, that'll give us a little good luck.
Well, we usually add insult to injury, so.
Well, we can go load it up to you. It's been kind of tough. I mean, we've had some bites. Caught some little ones, throwback, that was in the slot.
heard that from a couple of guys.
We were in Crooked Creek yesterday, and that's where we landed fish today, but it was blowed out by these little springs of water coming in, wasn't it?
Really? Yeah. Well, it's mid-morning, and we've seen several guys fishing. We've seen some guys fishing clear water. I've seen guys fishing in dirty water. Of what we've seen, the fish catches have been better in the dirty water. The water's a little bit warmer, about 2.5 degrees warmer in the water, in the muddy water. So we're going to kind of continue with that pattern and see if we can find some more fish catches. How's it going on your end of the lake, Chris Brown?
What we're doing, folks, we're just checking out this mud line. You can see from the back of this creek, this water is very stained. Smith Lake is normally a pretty clear lake, but with all the water and all the stuff coming into this, all the rain and stuff we've had, you can see a very defined mud line coming into the main lake, and it's pretty incredible, really. So we decided to put the drone in the air real quick and take a look at this and see what we got. It's pretty crazy what Mother Nature has in store, especially when the lake comes up 15 feet in under 7 days.
There he is, Chip. Big.
Dude, that's the one we've been looking for all day.
That's good, dude.
Is it?
Yep. Right.
He's so cute. He might. You imagine he might be a slot.
He is. Mouth closed.
I mean, he is a tail freaking scraper, isn't he?
Fantastic. God, I can make him work right there.
I mean, go ahead and put him in the live well.
I mean, look, Brett.
I mean, put him in the live well.
I mean, he's over it.
Yeah,
there.
he's over it. You can make him be over it.
God.
He's an over, though.
He's an over.
That's an over! I caught an over!
Love you, bye.
Right over where?
Right over there where I put it.
Oh, you called him?
This portion of the program is sponsored in part by Sweet Home Alabama, by Garmin, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats. We'll be right back.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Greg Hackney, 2014 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Aaron Martens, 2013 and 2015 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. What else do these guys have in common? Phoenix Boats. The last 3 Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles were won out of Phoenix Boats. Coincidence? We think not. Phoenix Boats. Our passion for fishing is obvious.
By the time I got some help.
How's y'all's morning so far?
We got a good morning.
Yeah. What you got?
15, 16 pounds.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Maybe.
Maybe? What boat number are you?
44.
44? So y'all caught them early?
Yeah, we had a limit at 7 o'clock.
Oh, wow. What's been the primary deal?
On the crankbait. Around flooded stuff. They're scattered. You go for 200-300 yards and then hit a little wide of 3 or 4.
Really?
Good job.
We were on bid before all the water came up. We thought sure we'll still be hitting what we're told, but they don't.
What did you catch 2 on this morning?
Spinnerbait and I think just the third. Just caught us while you were there. You didn't see if you catch it while you were talking to him?
No, I didn't. Did you get it?
Yeah, I caught it right there when you were talking to him. I hooked it and put it in the boat. So I could go back spot.
Speaking of curveballs, Kenneth, this morning when we started takeoff, we could see the edge of the ramp on the top of the asphalt. Now, 4 hours later, it's come up and it's still coming.
Right.
What does this do to these guys mentally? Are they sitting on the water? Are they able to see it?
You know, it depends on how much, when these guys actually practice, it's come up so quick. Some of them may not even notice a difference. They just know the water's coming up. So it really depends on how much time they spend on the water.
Well, a lot of guys we talked to said, you know, last weekend, crushed them, had a great practice, knew what they were going to do, and the water jumped 15 feet, and now they're completely freaked out and don't know what to do from there. So some guys had a small limit, some guys had a decent limit, and some guys that were just plain struggling. What did you see on your end of the lake?
Kind of the same thing. When we saw guys fishing clear water, we saw guys fishing dirty water. When I got in the dirty water, it did warm up some, and seemed like we saw more catches in the dirty water.
Yeah, we saw 51 degrees in the clear water, main lake type, but in the dirtier water, we saw as high as 58, 59, which to me blew my mind at that much for temperature swing. Defined mud lines, you could see where it was coming in, you can see what the wind was doing to it. To me, there's a lot of drains, a lot of runoff water in the lake that looks really good to me. Yeah. Not a lot of guys fishing them, so maybe it's just me, but.
We saw a few, and I would expect to see some good catches coming out of the, or what we call run-ins.
Well, if the creek don't rise, we'll go check way out here in just a second.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, Sweet Home, Alabama, and by America's First Federal Credit Union. Stay with us, there's more to come.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Greg Hackney, 2014 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Aaron Martens, 2013 and 2015 Bassmaster Angler of the Year. What else do these guys have in common? Phoenix Boats. The last 3 Bassmaster Angler of the Year titles were won out of Phoenix Boats. Coincidence? We think not. Phoenix Boats. Our passion for fishing is obvious.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org. It's time to take a road trip.
Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some of the best are outdoors, like a trip to Lake Gunnersville. First stop on the Alabama Bass Trail. Catch anything? Nice. Or head to the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. 468 holes of golf heaven. What's the time say?
Best public golf on the planet.
Alabama's got 100 road trips. Plan yours at alabama.travel.
Which one you gonna take?
You ever wish you weren't a motor?
Sure. Sometimes I wish I had legs like you.
Yeah, is it like a regular person?
No. Still have bike half man. Just the opposite.
What's it? Legs on the bottom and motorcycle on the top. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
For those who were born to ride, there's Progressive.
Okay, here we are with Mark Meyer and Ty Campbell. Guys, you just weighed in. You weighed in at 18.62 pounds. Tell us about your day.
We had a good day. Caught a lot of fish, a lot of quality fish. Mark caught a good kicker there at the end and kind of bumped us up. We'd have probably been 14, 15 pounds. He caught that one there toward the end and really put us up a little bit.
Did you guys stay in clean water or dirty water or a combination of the two?
Mainly fish run-ins. That's just clean water coming in. Probably caught 75 fish today.
5 bass gonna weigh 14.36, move into second place. Good job, guys. Excellent job, brother.
Well, it was tough, but we figured it out a little bit. We used the live scope to catch most of the fish. He caught one in 2 feet in a run-in, and we caught some 40 feet deep. But if it wasn't for the Garmin live scope, I don't know what we'd have had. Not much.
Mark McCaig, Tim Hurst, come on over here. 5 bass, I like seeing that. Getting up there in that top 3, 16:03 for McCaig and Hurst. Excellent job. Good job, man.
We found some fish in some current places, and we run those this morning. Several people were in the way. I had one place that I hadn't actually fished, but I just rode by yesterday afternoon late and seen some current. So we pulled up there, no one was there, and wound up catching 3 big ones. They were out a little deeper, maybe 15, 16 foot deep. And then as the day went on, a little more current started moving for some reason. I don't know if they started pulling water, and some of the fish got up real shallow, and we caught 2 fish on another place up real shallow. All of them on a jig.
You're slow playing me. Look at this. 16:37 for Smith McMahon. How about a round of applause for him? Moving up into second place.
How much did the rise in the water level in such a short period of time really affect what you were doing?
It wasn't the rise in the water, it was the color. It was pretty much clear all week, and then last night with all the rain, we pulled in there this morning, it was pure mud, and then we just stuck with it and they bit.
Good day? Yes, sir. I thought it was. Looked good. Really good day. Going to move into second place. Smith and Raines, 17-13. How about a round of applause for these guys?
How much water did you cover from like your first spot to your last spot?
Well, we actually spent probably 3 hours where we started, 2 hours, something like that. Went and hit a couple of other places throughout the day. Caught some fish, nothing helped, and went back to where we caught those and called once or twice more at the end of the day.
16:64. How about it for these guys? Moving into third place with 16:64.
Tell us about your day.
Man, it was a terrible day in the morning. We rode around all morning, saw people catch fish about everywhere we stopped, and we didn't have a bite until 1 o'clock. So we were pretty sad until about 1 o'clock. We just pulled up on a point and got a few to bite, and then it was time to come in. So fortunate, we ran around, fished a lot of stuff, but they bit pretty well that little window that we found them in.
Uh-oh. Is that right? We have a new leader? Look at this. 1862. Now we've got 1919 taking the lead. Wow.
Just a great day, phenomenal day. We just went to a place that we hadn't fished. We pre-fished for 2 or 3 days and no luck. So we talked about it this morning. We were just going to go fishing because we had nowhere to go. Pulled up on a spot. They were there to begin with, and we caught fish all day.
Tim Griffith and David Ayers taking the victory with over 19 pounds. Tough conditions. A lot of people struggled, but they obviously didn't.
You know, and the great thing about it is this is not their home lake, so it's always good to see some guys come in from a good distance away and be so successful on a lake that really threw some curveballs this week.
Let's bring the guys in. Guys, come on over here, and you talk about what it took to win this event. You did something that you really weren't planning on doing.
Absolutely. We had no game plan at all. We'd had 3 practice days. We had all the fish we caught was in the slot. So we decided this morning we were just going to go fishing. So we went to a totally different area that we've been having creek fish.
Shaky head, shallow. I hear you caught your first ever drop shot fish. I mean, it's got to be a special week. And a $10,000 payday doesn't hurt as well.
Absolutely.
And not only that, you're also the leaders for the Anglers of the Year for the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix North Division. So a tough road to hoe. You still have 4 more events. Maybe we'll see how that turns out. But our next stop at the ABT is in Lake Wheeler, just up the road. Water could be a factor there as well, but we know they can catch them at Wheeler. We've seen some massive weights in years past. On behalf of Kay Donaldson, I'm Robbie Floyd. We'll see you next time from Lake Wheeler.